Alright, I think it's actually working. Finally. That took a while. Okay, alright, so we're back. I'm glad that that finally worked out. I'll probably edit that first portion out of this live stream of me just struggling with the software in the VOD that stays up. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to continue because we just finished our first gym. And it was a big relief to get the boost from the badge. So we have an attack boost, we can use cut outside of battle. We had an awesome play by Coulter, and I've gotten some much needed confidence in my team now that we've finally gone over that first hurdle of the first gym. Let's see what this guy has to say. Breathtaking victory. My cheering must have worked. Climb the first step to the championship. Let's see. Yeah, that is there. Alright. Ooh. Oh, Team Aqua. Okay, maybe we're gonna have some you know, bad guy, some gang activity between Gym 1 and 2. Now, looking up this video, oh look, the stream's a little funny. Huh. How weird. Wow, I've never had this happen before. This is so strange. So weird. Hi, Marshall. I'm actually having a lot of technical difficulties today. So it's looking a little weird. I'm just adjusting the stream. So what you missed is, if you saw the gym battle, you haven't missed anything. Yeah. So I just left the gym. The gym fight yesterday was so exciting because Coulter had to do so much work and be, by the way, only 2/3 of the level of the opponent and still manages to get away with it. So I just had a little encounter with Team Aqua running away, so I'm assuming there's going to be some gang activity between gyms 1 and 2. Yeah, I had meant to start streaming earlier, but again, I was having those technical difficulties, but yeah, I think I figured it out now. It's just that little bit at the bottom, actually. Let me fix that. There we go. I think that's good now. That looks good to me. Yeah, let me know if there's anything wrong with the sound or anything, but I think I've ironed them all out now. So we have this guy. What's up? Hello, Tokamon. It's so kind of you to come back. I was robbed by Team Aqua. I have to get to Devin Goods back. If I don't, I'm going to be in serious trouble. Alright, so yeah, it does look like we're going to have some gang activity. Did I heal? I did heal. Good. The whole gang is here. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. I actually had a look at the Pokedex, Pokemon. I looked on Pokemon database with the Pokemon I have, and I'm actually quite excited to see to get to their evolutions and stuff. It looks like we have a quite a nice team actually. Yeah. And in fact, now that I've figured out the technical difficulties, I think the game is actually moving a lot smoother than it was yesterday, so maybe it was worth having those difficulties. Now it's a bit more optimized. Yeah. Well, I'm interested to see what additions we're gonna have today to our team. Still gonna try and focus on these two, Kaz and Coulter. So the next gym is actually only a level cap of 19 in Fire Red. I think the second gym was 21. So I don't know if it's about the same distance. But if we're having to deal with like Team Aqua between them also, then that kind of sounds like... Let's just speed through this. Kind of sounds like this is going to be maybe a bit difficult to keep our level low. That might be the difficulty with this section. But again, I wouldn't know very well. Oh, actually, we could do some... Pardon me, we could do some backtracking to use cut. We should probably do it before we like leave properly. Give cut to Kaz. Yeah, so let's battle these guys over here. We can do a double battle there. Sure. Let's see who's on our second. Maple. I don't want that. And another Great Ball. You know what? We started getting better stuff when we got into this area. I would have probably assumed, if anything, it would go via badges, but I think it does go via area. Yeah. Roltz and Maril. Roltz is a psychic type. Let's take Roltz out first. Probably could have taken them out if I combine my attacks there. Confusion, not too bad. Not too bad, actually. And Maril's just a little bit more bulkier, so let's get this guy. And finish off. Nice. How have you been, Marshall, the last few days? Kind of feels weird to have spoken to you just mostly through the streams and not like privately. That guy knows Roxanne. I'm gonna go grab the berries over here first. That's a weird looking plant. It's much smaller than the other ones. Pinap. I think that's just like a one made for poffins. I don't think they actually... Yeah, Pokeblock or whatever. It's an ingredient, not like a medicinal one. Things are pretty crazy with uni right now, lots of projects and exams, plus work, but things are good. You're welcome. I didn't have a very busy day today, but I helped out my friend who's doing a video and sound project, so I was their cameraman / assistant director. So that's what I did today. So that kind of tied me back in and made me aware, oh, the school year is like almost drawing to a close. So it's like the last 2 weeks, I believe, or at least for the college here it is. As one of my old classmates, I don't go to college anymore, but yeah, it was good to connect with them. I definitely enjoyed going to art school in terms of it being based around projects and not like coursework. I enjoyed that a lot more because then I could spend time building up to something rather than consistently having to stay, or like consistently having to earn points throughout the year. I kind of enjoyed it, you know, being kind of more consolidated with what I was being graded on. Oh, that's fine. I won't call you out to try and distract you, but I appreciate it. I'm glad I can have a stream that's not very distracting, I suppose, so you can get on with your coursework too. Yeah, I always found I did that when I was doing my exams. It helped me to have something kind of going on in the background to keep me in that sort of rhythm or atmosphere. Otherwise I would, I suppose, over-engage with studying and kind of fry my brain and have to take much more regular breaks. I don't know if that's better for learning or not though. Yeah. I like projects. These guys are... Ooh, crit! I was gonna say, these guys are not going down so easily. Which is odd. Oh, I need to buy some more potions. Yeah, we used them pretty much all up in the gym fight. Okay. There we go, level 12. That's good. That's kind of the level I want to be at as we leave and go into the tunnel. So we will do a little bit of backtracking just to get those cut areas. I think I noticed one just before the city, like nearby the forest. That's a crit. We can survive another one of those if we need to. Yeah. And the Poochyena, I didn't realize they had another Pokemon on top of this. Let's do Leech Life to get a little bit of HP back just in case. Super effective. Is Bug strong against Dark, is it? Little voice crack. I didn't realize that. I'm like good on like the types, like, you know, ground, electric, water, but when it comes to like Ghost, Dark, Bug, Psychic, I get a little confused. It's just, and I always thought, oh man, this should be simple. I've been playing these games for so long, but it is actually confusing when you try and get into, like, oh, you know, Bug is strong against Psychic, but Psychic doesn't resist Bug, or Bug doesn't resist Psychic. It gets complicated because some of the interactions are one way, some of them are two ways, and so it is kind of complicated to remember all of the interactions and then the dual types too. So that helped me realize I'm not just incompetent at remembering stuff. It is complicated, but not too complicated. Oh yeah, we're going back to use cut. I think it was just this one tree. I don't believe I remember seeing any other ones. Guess I'll have a little peek. I don't remember. You know what? The forest, this forest area was pretty forgettable. No, there was. Okay. Yeah, so I think with Coulter I was sort of underestimating them because their one good stat is its physical defense, and so when I throw it out and the attack doesn't do much damage, I'm like, ooh, not strong enough yet. But they can tank stuff. Like my other Pokemon can probably take one attack and then a crit, and I always have to be very wary of crits. But considering its strongest move is 40 power, it's not too bad. It can take a lot of hits. Yes, Miracle Seed. I wonder if they give you an item that matches your starter, or she just always gives a Miracle Seed. I'm gonna give that to Maple. So I know I have the music on quietly, but I quite like the music in this area. It's very mysterious. I can use Leech Life. It's strong against Dark. I'm learning. I'm learning the Dark interactions because Fire Red is doesn't have dark type Pokemon, so I've not been engaging with that recently. Looking good. Is everybody 12 now? Everybody's at least 12. Another Great Ball. There's some more items down here. This is a decent amount of the forest is hidden behind that cut. I'm surprised. I thought it would just be a little area. Okay, we'll just fast forward this. We all know how that fight's gonna go. We're getting some tiny mushrooms. I don't know if there's a use for those in this game. I think I remember in Pokemon Black you could like make healing items out of them or something. Or you could make like a stew for something. But I think in the earlier games you just use it to sell. Like with pearls and stardust and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's like... Goes for high prices items don't have any other use. Aside from maybe the nuggets. I think sometimes in some games the nuggets have like some sort of use. I was thinking maybe we should backtrack further as we're by the edge of the forest, but I actually don't think there was any reason to backtrack. And actually, if you look at the map, you can kind of tell that there's like an area south of here, like a route south of here, and an island. So maybe we have to come back here at some point anyway. I kind of vaguely remember that from watching a playthrough like 10 years ago of this game. Okay, I think we've done it. Actually, let's go see if anybody's in here. Nope, still no one. Must be for something later on in the game then. Maybe here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm also not too sure if I'm gonna play like... Because the idea is I'm Nuzlocking, so I wanna beat the Elite Four, but I'm not too sure if I'm gonna do any endgame content. I think Emerald... Some people say Emerald has a good endgame. At least they added stuff to it compared to Ruby. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I'm not sure. That's a long way. That's also taking completely for granted that I'm actually gonna win, because there's a big chance I'll just straight up lose this. I've never won a Nuzlocke before. The furthest I've gotten is 6 badges, and that was on Fire Red. I'm gonna grab some potions here. Let's get a bunch of those. Get some more Pokeballs. I think that's all we need. More than what you could expect from the end game. Well, I know the Battle Frontier originates from Emerald, but I don't know if it has any other areas or anything. Because in Fire Red, the end game is like the Sevi Islands, so you get 7 like smallish zones to play through where you can get Pokemon from like Gen 2 and 3, like Fampi or whatever. But let's check out the map. So I know there's like a battle tower or a frontier or something, which I spent a decent time using in Platinum. Dewford Town. Okay, so we're here, and we're going to be going through the tunnel to Verdant Turf Town. Kind of some strange names here. Okay. Well, I think we are ready to go. So, I don't think there's really anything left for us to do here. Unless there's something new happening in here? No. Just checking around here. Okay. Yeah, so let's leave Rustboro. It's a good town. I'm sure we've not seen the last of it because we've not seen that big corporation. It's decent. I didn't really enjoy much of the dialogue here, but I do enjoy that it feels more like a larger town, even if there's not really any outskirts. It's just kind of plopped down. Yeah. I do believe in Red, like in the original games, there pretty much wasn't an end game. I think the only thing to do was to catch Mewtwo in the Cerulean City cave. I think that was pretty much it, but obviously back in the day, that was cool. There wasn't like an expectation or a precedent set for an endgame. It was like a cool secret, and I think that's really nice to have something extra. But they probably wanted to one-up each other, leading to a big expectation for endgames, which probably led to disappointment. For disappointing things about like X and Y and Sun and Moon endgame. Okay, there's a new character here. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, what am I to do? We were on our walk, Pico and I. We were jumped by an odd thug. The scoundrel made off with my darling Pico. Pico. I'm just assuming that's a typical damsel, sorry, in distress character. Oh, it's probably just that. That's probably Pico right there. See if there's any hidden stuff. No hidden items. Just take Pico. Gar, keyhole it all. That hostage Pokemon turned out to be worthless. And to think I made a getaway in this tunnel to nowhere. Hey you. So you want to battle me? Sure. Sure, this is our second Team Aqua Thug. And I see he's using Poochyena. Okay. Leech Life, because it's strong against Dark. That does actually pretty decent damage, and that's going to heal me. So I'm going to fast forward, because I think that's pretty guaranteed right there. Especially with a high defense. Super duper easy. Super duper easy. Give me your money. This plan was not right. The boss told me this would be a slick and easy job to pull. All I had to steal was some package from Devon. Titch. Or took. If you want it back so badly, take it. That was way easier than I thought. I thought I would have to take down at least a few more thugs. Pico, I'm glad to see you safe. Pico owes her life to you. They call me Mr. Briny, and you are... Oh, so you're my Freddo. I sincerely thank you. If there's anything that troubles you, don't hesitate to tell me. You can find me in the oh my goodness. That was just the place where we were at. Yeah, we probably could have just like... Oh my... Wait, is this for later in the game? I can't believe I came in here and then didn't look any further, because I think this is a dead end. So that guy we just saw, I'm pretty sure he just said he was the cottage by the sea, so where we just backtrack is probably where we have to go and backtrack again. Maybe they should have told us, like roped us in a little more before we decide, oh, I'm gonna backtrack first to use cut. I don't know. I guess it didn't waste too much time. I find that funny though. I was like, oh, that's probably for later in the game. It's like, yeah, about 15 minutes later. Or at least we could get an encounter in here. Oh, speaking of which, Whismur. I don't know if we should pick up... Actually, you know what? In Pokemon Database, I did look up Whismur, and to my memory, they evolve once into a pretty decent Pokemon. Never used them before, though. Don't know much about them. But I remember them from the animated like short film that you see in the Pokemon, like the promotional one for Pokemon Blue Rescue Team. I keep mentioning that game because that's like my interaction with the 3rd gen is pretty much Pokemon Rescue, Blue Rescue Team. But yeah, it evolves twice. It's a 3-stage evolution, and apparently the final guy is actually really strong. So, like right now, Kaz is doing great, and I love that they keep giving me stuff like an X attack, like right there. But I think maybe we wanna put Whismur on our team, because I think that they could do better in the mid game, better than Kaz does right now. Oh, where did it go? The Devon Goods. You did it. You got them back. You really are a great trainer. I know. As my thanks, I'll give you another Great Ball. Thank you. It's less worth less worth now because I have a few now of those, but I appreciate it. Oh, so okay, we do get to go in here. For some reason, I thought this would all be like much later in the game we would come back, but it's pretty much an immediate. It's not even a backtrack. We just kind of continue the story after the gym. Could I get you to deliver that to the shipyard in Slateport? It would be awful if these robbers tried to take it again. Okay, sure. I don't think this company seems really good, but it seems to be in my interest to help them out, at least. Our president would like to have a word with you. Come with me. Please go ahead. I'm Mr. Stone. I'm the president of Devon Corporation. I just got a word about you. You saved our staff not just once, but twice. That is true. I have a favor to ask an amazing person like you. I understand you're delivering a package to Slateport's shipyard. Well, on the way, could you also stop off by Dewford Town? I'm getting a lot of quests right now. I feel like Shrek in Shrek 1. Okay, I'm gonna have to consult the map to see exactly where these things are. Yeah. A Pokenav. A Dune. Indispensable tool. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, I need to go check a map, but we get a map. Magma and Aqua. So both of the teams are in this game. And we get healed. Well, I'm guessing this is just the main story, so this is on our menu now. Ooh. Check Pokemon condition? Oh! They're all the same. I'm guessing that is for contests. I kind of like it when Pokemon have stuff like this, like Teachy TV in Fire Red. There's just these weird little gadgets you can use. What am I looking for? I need to go back one more. So this is how we get our map. So I think. So Dewford Town was here, but we were told to go to Slateport. Okay, I think I see what's going on. We go to here, we get the boat from the guy we got the favor from. We probably go to Dewford Town, and then we continue to Slateport City. Which sounds like a big place. I wonder if we can get across here. Probably not, because there's water gap. But the guy here should have a boat. I might go back to Old Dale Town just to see if we can go anywhere from there. From the layout of the map, it kind of seems like we can't. We'll probably have to go via Dewford Town on whatever island that is. So Pokenav. Yeah, they make. Oh. Would you like me to describe in further detail? Actually, you probably will figure it out. Yeah. This guy's right. Maybe the game checks to see if you've clicked on every part, like item on the menu or whatever. What's that? Visually reproduces the dreams of Pokemon. They're doing that in real life for people in California or something. Well, this has been interesting. I didn't think this company would be so engaged with the main story. Add a feature to the PokeNav. Here you go. Match call. You can chat with people. Oh, just like in Pokemon Black. Where I just have the president on speed dial. Devon President. He's looking down at me from the office right now. Oh, and it also shows us the number of battles we've had. Huh. What, trainer battles? That's a kind of a interesting inclusion. Seems a little complicated, but I don't see why not. And May's here. Are we gonna fight May? Are we gonna fight May? I'm gonna put an orange berry on Coulter, just in case. I'm worried. Oh, match call? Oh, register. Cool. No fight. How about a battle? Interesting, we could say no. I'm gonna say yes because I was ready for it. I'm glad they're asking, because in Fire Red, when Gary just jumps you out of nowhere, sometimes it can screw you over. Alright, they do have a Torchic, so I have to be careful about that. Low-toed. That's water grass. Which would be good against my ground type. But my bug type is good against grass. So let's try Leech Life. Super effective. Nature Power turned into Swift. Didn't do much damage. Swift is a normal move, so that goes through our physical defense. And hopefully they don't do anything weird. Absorb. Is that super effective? No, it's neutral. Okay. And it's level 13 too, so we should get some good XP from this. Yeah, level 13. Torchic. Torchic. That won't be good against us. Won't be good against Grumble. So I feel like Kaz is our best choice. Now if they're probably going to have a fire move, so we want somebody with good special defense, which is not Coulter. In fact, Maple's the only one with good special defense, really, but they're grass type. As much as it would be cool to do starter v starter, I don't want to die. So should I keep someone out to weaken them and then switch to Kaz? I think that's a bit more of a risk, so I'm going to switch to Kaz. Oh, they only have 2 Pokemon. Maybe we can do this. Let's Growl just in case we need to switch out. What? That was a regular thing? Okay. Should I use Grumble? They have more special defense. They are bug type. But they have more health and defense. All of a sudden this seems like a dangerous game to be playing. Because Kaz is my only one that isn't a bug or grass type. Okay, I'm going to switch to Grumble, but I hope I don't lose a Pokemon here. Ember, what's the damage? Oh no, I might be screwed. Please don't say the run ends here. I might be screwed here. Marshall, are you scared? I'm scared too. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna switch to Coulter because I'm too afraid to switch to Maple. I don't know what to do. This... Coulter's dead. We might have a team wipe. This might be the end. I have to be honest, I think this is the end. I can't believe I just lost Coulter. They were my savior in the gym fight. It's okay. There's nothing we can do. We just have to run with this. I didn't think Ember would be so dominant. Alright, let's go. That's nothing. We just have to get lucky here and hope that they don't use Ember. I'm gonna use Lear. If they use Ember and they crit, I'm definitely dead. Even if they don't crit, I might be dead. I'm not dead. Shoot. Oh, I should have taught him Rock Tomb, but I thought I'm gonna get a more appropriate Pokemon to use Rock Tomb. I might actually have to use an X attack here. This is crazy. Okay, we're gonna try and hold on to Maple. Please, no. Please, don't use that. Can you not? X special. Yeah, you had pretty bad luck in getting so many Pokemon that are weak to fire. That's true. That's true. That hurts. That hurts. I think we're a goner. I think this is it. I don't really see a good path out of this. Can I save someone? So I don't think I'm gonna win. Can I use one of my 2 Pokemon to at least give an opening, an opportunity to fight? Can I at least get out of this with 1 Pokemon? Gust? That's probably our best move, maybe. Poison Sting? But we don't have Harden anymore. Headbutt is probably our best. I think Zigzagoon might be our best call. But the issue is they have burn on them too, so it would take me 2 turns to heal them up. I'm gonna send out Zigzagoon. Kaz. Oh goodness me. I'm gonna heal them. Scratch. Okay. That was lucky. We're gonna use another super potion on Grumble. Oh my goodness! And the burn takes us out. I was gonna say that gives us an opportunity, but the burn took us out. This is awful, isn't it? This is terrible. I've never had anything this bad happen before. So I was hoping I could maybe lower their attack at least 1 point with Kaz, but that's not working. In fact, they're doing it to us. Ooh, that was good. 1 more gust, maybe, if we get lucky. We outsped. We did it! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I've had some bad hits in Nuzlocke before. I've had it like, I've lost 2 of my 6 Pokemon, but losing 3 of my 4 Pokemon, basically either if I lose like 2 or 3 Pokemon, I get wiped and I just lose and I lose the Nuzlocke. But I've never survived something that close to the wire. And the funny thing is I could have said no, but I thought, why not? Damn, I really didn't think that Ember would be so powerful, even against Zigzagoon, who wasn't weak to it. And I also lose these items. I lose the Oranberry, I use the Miracle Seed. Good thing you have one more on your PC. Yes, Marshall. So if I lost there, I would have had a way to recover because I have Whismer, but I would have like a level 6 Pokemon to go into the area leading to the second gym. So the Nuzlocke wouldn't have been lost, but I would have been on a knife's edge and had to do a lot of grinding. So there we go. Kaz, Cotter, and Maple. All dead. But I want to stay positive because we did manage to win. Rest in peace, guys. I'm just going to put them down here because this was pre-badge 1 and this is post-badge 1. So that really opens up the team. There's plenty of spaces, I guess. Laura, you've made it onto the team. So I'm really glad we do have 2 Pokemon, and we still have the Quick Claw too, but I've not had a low in a Nuzlocke like this before. Usually it just ends, or it's like a more minor loss, I suppose. I'm gonna get May next time. Next time I see May, I'm gonna kick her butt. And we're backtracking a little bit here, so I have an opportunity to train Whismer a little bit at least. Yeah, we go on. We're not done yet. Yeah, I'm pleased I managed to save Grumble. You know, we have a remnant of our team. There's always a remnant left. So I'm probably going to do some fast forwarding through these battles just because we have Grumble. So we're really reliable here. We just need to switch out and then we're good basically. Yeah, it was a good decision to have Whismer in the box anyway, just in case I did wipe out. I kind of like the stripe on their back. It reminds me of Bronzong from Generation 4, where you see them in the wild, but only when you catch them and you see their backside. They have like an interesting crest on the back of them, and here you don't get to see. They have this funny little marking on their back. Laura's kind of tanky. Must have good physical defense. Oh, I should change the death counter. We've got 3 more deaths, so that's 4. There we go. Slamming the keyboard right now. No, defense is regular. It's not even high. Yeah, it makes grinding Laura back up, or Laura to a good level, very uncomplicated, which I appreciate. Interesting. You know, I've always, it's kind, as sad as it is to lose my starter, because it's Trico and I've not gotten to use them. So it's not like a starter I always have in my team every time, and this is my first time playing properly. And whenever I've used one of the starters from Gen 3, like in Soul Silver you get to get one, I always pick Torchic. So it was new, but also it's kind of nice to see, like, to have a Pokemon team where one of those places isn't definitely taken up by your starter. Like you're just like a regular trainer instead of like a pampered, oh, here you get this very special strong Pokemon at the start. Tokamon says, how's it going? Hope you are well. It's going okay. We just lost 3 of our teammates against the second rival fight, so that was pretty harsh, but I managed to win somehow, so I got the money and I didn't black out. So the Nuzlocke is still going, but we have 3 more deaths. Nice to have normal-ish instead of the special ones. You mean special ones as in like the particularly strong ones? Because I think that's what's nice about the Nuzlocke, is you kind of get what you get. But I think the starters are particularly special because you can't catch them anywhere. They're like unique. They're very rare. But you get given them at the beginning of the game. I always remember just being really confused about that as a kid. Like, why are they so rare, and why do we get given such like a strong Pokemon to start off with? But it's because they want you to keep them throughout the game, so they're always viable. Aside from that time, you have a Pikachu that can't be evolved in Pokemon Yellow. Okay, so this should be it. Hello. Hold on, lass. Wait up, Pico. You're my Freddo. You saved my darling Pico. We owe so much to you. Do you have any Pokemon to spare? What's that? You want to sail with me? You have a letter from Dewfort and a package for Slateport, then. Quite a busy life you must lead. Certainly what you're asking for is no problem at all. You've come to the right man. We'll set sail for Dewford. Yes, we will. Anchors away. Pico, we're setting sail, my darling. Oh, we actually get to see us like swimming on the overview? I thought it would just be a cut. So this is a route we can probably come back to like in the late game when we get surf. Dad? Oops. Dad? My Freddo. Where are you now? It sounds windy wherever you are. I just heard from Devon's Mr. Stone about your Pokénav, so I decided to give you a call. Sounds like you're doing fine, so that's fine with me. You take care now. Dad Norman. I guess my name is My Freddo Norman in this game. It's funny. And we're here. That's cool to see the overworld as we go. I like that. In Pokemon Platinum, you just kind of teleport or get like a cutscene. Okay. Tiny island in the blue sea. Brawley, I'm assuming that's the gym leader. If the gym leader is right here, we're gonna have to do some grinding. Silk Scarf. Normal type moves. Well, let's give that to our Whismur. Love this game, but never had a Beautifly. Well, they saved us. They didn't save Coulter, but they saved us. They didn't save Maple, but they saved the run, essentially. The sprite to me kind of looks like a shiny, because their body is not white, it's yellow, like kind of a golden. Yeah, well they evolve really soon, so that they seem to be really good for the early game at least. Okay. Oh, the gym's right here! Well, we're way weaker than we were to fight Gym 1. Our level cap is 19, and we don't have a team of 5 or 6, we have a team of 2 right now. And one of them's a preteen. Yeah. This might be... we might have a lot more grinding in this stream than I was thinking there would be. A cavern. There's talk of a cavern nearby. I like what's hip, what's happening, what's trendy. Upside down information. Um. What is hip and happening? It's airlock adults. There's a cave. Airlock adults is the coolest thing. Now airlock adult is the new hot thing, but not for long. Okay, let's get a feel for how strong people are here. I'm gonna switch out to Grumble, just to give ourselves the best chance, and we're gonna fight this guy, because that's probably a good matchup. Tentacool. Yeah. Good matchup. Let's use Absorb. It's a grass. I keep thinking it's a bug, but it's grass. And we're poisoned, but that's okay. The Pokemon Center is pretty close by, and that did absolutely nothing. Let's use Gust. Ooh, nice. Very good XP. Very good XP from that. Isn't it kind of funny that Grumble, my Beautifly, is like my team's ace right now? Just need to make sure I don't kill them right here. Okay, so we've seen that house. Let's check this house, and then there's a information center also. It's very peaceful music here. I kind of like. It's a very odd direction for this game to take. That the second gym is off from the mainland on a little island. Hey, look, there's like a tiny little bit of a route we can just stumble onto there. Ooh, lots of people in here. What's in vogue? Why it has to be airlock adult? This is a brilliant place. I'm teaching my Pokemon about airlock adult, but it's not going well. I'm studying the hip and trendy airlock adult. No, it doesn't work. My goodness. This airlock adult. This whole business about airlock adult. Isn't there a TV show about it? Just made it up, guys. I collect official airlock adult license merchandise. You guys are all just making this up. Imagine being a sneakerhead, but instead of sneakers, it's airlock adults. Oh, airlock adult, wonderful airlock adult. Dare I say, chap, it would pay for you to work on your singing before you trifle yourself with airlock adult. It's kind of a unique sprite there. I wonder what sort of trainer uses that. Okay, well this was just kind of a funny, I guess a funny place. The last, this piece, oh my goodness, this piece is titled Airlock Adult. They really went ham on that whole, that's like most of the town's people in there. Okay, so I guess our only option is the gym, or going over here, or going back to the mainland, I guess. Okay, that was pretty easy. So let's try and get Laura some points on this guy. I'm glad we have plenty of potions to back ourselves up. So they have 3 oh, it's Magikarp, that's fine then. Now I think Magikarp learned tackle at level 15 or something, so we should be fine to just maybe even use Uproar. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, shoot, Tentacool. Calm down, let's use Pound. It's only level 7. Weird. I don't know. Good XP for Laura, I guess. Really good XP for Laura. That was most of the level. Interesting they're getting a lot of special attack when they're a normal type. Maybe they learned some cool moves or something. Fishing's great. Sure. Sure, I'll just give you my number. In fact, was there even... Aw, I'm kind of sad, because I just remembered... Was it Nanka? Coulter's evolution looked really cool. I checked it out. I'm sad. Never got to see that. Maybe I'll get another one. I don't know. There's no store here. What is this? Quadra Island? There's no Pokemon. Okay. It looks like our only option is fishing, but we don't have a fishing rod or this cave. So let's... Man, I'm really gonna hope that we can get someone in here. I'm just gonna heal up at the Pokemon Center. I'm not hurt much, but I don't want to risk losing anyone. Because we really... If we don't get a fishing rod, this cave... There is a rod? I really need the rod. Because if I don't have a fishing rod, this is probably the only place I can get a Pokemon before the next gym. Bottom right? Like, of the island? Did I miss someone? Oh, did I not speak to these wandering guys? Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Tokamon. I thought I talked to this guy. That is the save we need. Fish at any route that you've been to? I can fish at places that I've not caught a Pokemon at. So it's the route. So if you look here, later in the game when I get Surf, I'm sure I can get someone. But if I go to the very edge of town, I'm in Route 107, so I could use a fishing rod here and catch a Pokemon. The only issue is, I fear that the encounter table is probably balanced for when you get Surf. So there could be like level 30 Pokemon here and then just kill my whole team. So what I'm gonna do, what I can do, is Little Root Town. I got my starter. But if I go to Oldale Town, and definitely Petalburg City, there was water there, and I didn't get a Pokemon. So if I go back to Petalburg City, I can get a Pokemon there. But then the issue is, what if they're scaled for later in the game? It's risky. So I'm gonna try and go with a cave Pokemon, and maybe I'll just go with one Pokemon. Tentacle level 10 here? Or back in... What was the city I just said? Petalburg. Okay, well I'm gonna go for here first, and then this fishing rod hopefully will save me. So I'm just gonna run back and forth here, so I don't encounter that guy. Geodude. I have to be honest, Geodude... I do like Geodude, but we are coming across a fighting gym, so he's not gonna be super great, unfortunately. Okay, let's switch to Grumble. But Grumble's double weak, so maybe Laura's our best bet, actually. We don't really have any status effect moves. I pretty much just have damage moves. Okay, well let's try and catch this guy then. It climbs mountain paths using the power of its arms because they look just like boulders lining paths. Hikers may step on them without noticing. Alright. I mean, it's an addition to the team. Not the best right now, but hopefully it can be really useful in the future. I'm actually blanking on a name for this guy. Type a suggestion if you have one. I might think of a name before, but I'm actually not sure. Maybe something beginning with B. What about Brooke? Clive? Yeah, sure. That sounds good. Clive sounds almost like Cliff. But Cliff is that's too expected for a Geodude. So Clive is a nice, that's good, yeah. Thanks, Clive. So I think just because I'm a little paranoid and I don't know what spots, I know you said level 10 Tentacruel, but I might look this one up. 107 encounter. Oh, I see what you meant with the rods. Okay, so if you're surfing, I forgot. Surfing, obviously the different rods have different Pokemon you can get, but they also have different level brackets you can get. So surfing is different from old rod, that's different from good rod, that's different from super rod. So with the old rod, which is, I'm assuming what I got. Yeah. I can get Tentacle or Magikarp. Either would be excellent. Either would be excellent. Like I feel like Nuzlocke's a Gyarados is just so good because you can pretty much find Magikarps anywhere if you have the old rod. So I'm also gonna look up one more place. Ooh. Okay. Yes, that is true. I can do that right now. Alright, so I had a little look, and I've decided it's safe if I'm using the old rod, because they scaled it for this point in the game. And firstly, I'm actually not going to get a Pokemon here. I'm going to go back to Petalburg City and get that out of the way. I'm going to fast forward. And we're here. Yep, yes sir. Yeah, because I think we stand a better chance. Oh, actually, I just find it better. So, see right here. Petalburg City. Unless, for some reason, our dad gives us a Pokemon when we beat him. I don't know. But I have 3 Pokemon right now. I need Pokemon, so I'm gonna do it here. And Old Dale Town, there's no water, so no way to get Pokemon. I'm just gonna check up here too. Oh no, but I wasted my chance here. Yeah, so this is definitely a surf. Okay. Lotad, that's nice. Learned Astonish. Okay, so this is good because water against fighting, much better than water against rock against fighting. So let's stand next to this guy. And where's my special item? There it is. A bite? Oh, I forgot you have to time it and let it get away. We'll never know what that first Pokemon was. Magikarp. As expected. Just don't want to hurt it. Let me see if Astonish is weaker. It's a ghost. It is weaker than Pound. Ghost isn't strong against water. Alright, let's use that. That's close enough. We don't want to accidentally knock it out with a crit. Regular Pokeball. Magikarp is great because even though I think it takes quite a lot of XP to level it up. And it's difficult, so it's got like slow evolution or slow experience. But it has, Gyarados just has incredible base stats. It has a great move pool, so it's just good. And we're gonna go with Mohammed, or maybe just Mo. Let's just go with Mo. And we can spell it funny. Mo. What about Mo with a H? Mo. Nah, let's just leave it Mo. Moe. 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 Mo's. Mo. Nah, I like Mo. With that spelling. Okay. Well, we're in a better position. Thank you for mentioning the rod, because that changes pretty much everything. That means I can get a decent number of Pokemon. I just have to grind them up. It's gonna be a lot of grinding. It's gonna be a lot of grinding with this Magikarp. But it's worth it. Definitely, Magikarp is what we need. Because it's a flying type too. I don't know if... Actually, I don't think flying resists fighting. But it'll be good. Good base stats and everything. And in fact, I can train Mo and Clive at the same time. Wingo. Yeah, so I'll just do a bit of training here, I suppose. Yeah, it's running much smoother than the last episode. Okay, they're kind of a little bit too weak actually here. Sure. Let's go back to the island. And in fact, we could even get a Pokemon from the route north of the other place. Maybe we should go check that out too. It might be front loading our Pokemon, but at least we can have options to build our team now, early. I mean, I know I might be able to maybe get like a grass encounter in that route, but you know what, maybe we can be a water type trainer for this game. And yeah, we can't get anything here. Marshall, have you done much fishing before? I feel like that's something you've probably done, you know, considering your past. I say ominously. Route 115. Sorry if somebody out there doesn't approve of me checking out the encounter tables, but I just want to make sure I'm not gonna ruin my whole thing by running into like a level 25 tentacle. It's the same thing. It's pretty much the same encounter everywhere. Tentacle and Magikarp. But it looks like I can get some... It looks like there's some grass encounters, so maybe I will only come here if I really need to. So because I think I can get a few more Pokemon via fishing on the island. And I just think maybe it might be best to do that. Because I have 4 Pokemon right now, and I think I can get 2 routes on the island, so I don't think getting 7 Pokemon will be beneficial. But actually, as we're up here, let's go over to like this cave, like this area, and train up Clive. Yeah, better XP up here, especially with this guy. Oh, sorry, I didn't read that. Not really, just a little when I was a kid, and then fly fishing twice as an adult. What is the difference with fly fishing? Is that... Oh, you're just using flies? Is it like you get small fish? When I think fly fishing, I always think of like you're doing it like on a pond and I don't know, catching jumping fish? I know that's probably not it at all, but I don't know. It's just the image I get in my head. It can be pretty fun. Yeah, fishing is interesting because to me it kind of just seems bizarre if you're not eating the fish. It just kind of seems cruel. But I just find it so weird that people who go fishing, they always like say like, oh, it's like the funnest thing ever. And I don't doubt that, like getting out in nature, but it just seems like it's just a thing. Maybe I'm characterizing here, but it seems like, especially my experience in Canada, it seems like a manly thing that you can do. And it's just like a really good manly excuse just to go outside for like a few days and have some peace and quiet. But yeah, I don't get people who fish and then throw the fish back, because you're just like, they're trying to survive, you're just disrupting them by injuring them and giving them a big fight. If you're hunting for food, I think that's a completely different thing. Then you can do that in an honorable way and, you know, just try and feed people or whatever. Not that it's for me, but I do know the demographic it's popular with is, at least in Canada, it seems to be like very kind of masculine. You know, it's like a very masculine activity, it seems like here. I don't really know the difference. Haha, it's exciting to catch a fish, especially if you eat it. I can imagine that being really interesting, because just like hunting in general and getting that feedback, that more natural thing. And actually also, with the... I just realized this, but with the town, we have Route 106, we have the town, Dewford Town, and this. Dewford Town counts also, so along this coastline, this small coastline here, we actually have 3 opportunities to fish. Isn't that incredible? So let's do Duford Town. Duford. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I think the towns in this region kind of sound weird to me. Not even a nibble. I see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, I've not done it myself. I'm just not really fit for hunting, personally. So, I mean, that's why I don't eat fish, because I feel like I only really deserve to eat an animal if I've actually earned it by hunting, and I'm just not the type of person to hunt. So, yeah, don't eat it. That's for me personally. We've got another Magikarp, which is okay. Magikarp are really good, but if we just have a team of like 3 Gyarados, it's going to take forever to train up. But at least maybe if we get wiped, we can have a strong backup. But I don't really want to be thinking in the terms of if we get wiped, because I don't want to plan for that. Ooh, broke out. And we got it. Okay, I guess another Magikarp. I know what to name this guy. I'm gonna name him Hamid. So we have Mo and Hamid. Hamid. Maybe it's a double M, maybe? Mohammed. Hamid. Cool. So we have Grumble, Clive, Laura, Mo, and Hamid. That's our team. Now I'm gonna... I kind of feel like I'm just gonna get another Magikarp, but might as well play things safe. You know what? I'm gonna deposit one Magikarp just to be safe right now. I kind of want something in my PC just in case I make like a really big mistake or something. Put Hamid in here. Repel trick? What do you mean by that? Okay, let's see the difference between these two. Mo has less attack and less defense. And less special defense. I think Mo might suck a little bit. What? How does he have less attack, less defense, less special defense, and just a little bit more speed? Maybe I'll take Hamid with me. If you use a repel and won't get any Pokemon that are lower level than your first Pokemon. Oh, Marshall, that is so clever. I never thought of that. That's actually really clever. Can only use this on certain types of Pokemon if there are only one in the area above that level. Adamant, Careful, or Jolly is the best nature. It depends what you're going for. This guy's calm. He seems better than the other guy. Yeah. I assume you didn't come up with it, but that's still really clever to bring that in. So, I don't know how much this goes into account, but if you have if you like level flag. My stream just disconnected there. I hope it's okay now. I think it's fine. But what I was saying was, that's a really clever trick with the repels, but I think if I get a lower level Pokemon and then raise them myself, I think their level ups are more valuable. So that is a good idea to like skip grinding, but I also think maybe that might leave me with weaker Pokemon. I don't know how true that is. I think it's just like a very small difference. But anyway. Okay, I'm back. That's good. I think it was my streaming software, not the YouTube. If I want to... Oh, right. Okay, yeah. Because maybe... So, with the old rod, the only options are Magikarp and Tentacool. And they're both level 5 to 10. So that wouldn't work here, but that would work in other areas. I kind of don't want to follow too many encounter tables because this is my first time playing, so I want to come in a little bit blind. I'm just doing it now to be informed. But for every other Nuzlocke, and maybe even for later in the game, that is a really good tip to have, because I never even considered that. Blind is fun. Yes, yes it is. For a first playthrough especially. But that, again, that's really clever. I'm definitely going to use that on my like Fire Red playthrough. Okay, let's... So we did the town. We didn't do this area yet though. Nothing. It's gonna be another Magikarp, isn't it? I really want a Tentacool. No, it's another Magikarp. Okay, I'm not doing any more of the old rods because I don't want to have 4 Magikarp. So, even though we have 2 more places we can fish, I think it's not worth the risk because we could probably come later in the game and just get a more diverse team or more diverse encounters. But I will catch this guy, because any Pokemon I can get at this point, just as a backup, is super helpful and comforting. So what do I call the third Magikarp? There's Mohammed and then there's just Ross. Or Ros... I guess it's a female. Roslyn. Is that how you spell? That's not how you spell Roslyn. How do you spell Roslyn? That is how you spell Roslyn. Oh no, I spell it differently when I search for it. It's Roslyn. I think there's a few ways of spelling it, but there we go. Roslyn. I guess I should check the nature with this one also. See which of my 3 Magikarps. Yar. I just talked about how I don't really fish. And I've just been catching fish and comparing them. Cool, blimey, look at the fish, these fish I caught. I should post this on Facebook and make a Facebook dating account and then have this as my profile. Alright, so out of Mo and Hamid, I think Hamid's stats are way better. So let's put them in the middle to easily compare. Okay. Roslyn has even more attack. Mo only has 6 attack. Roslyn, the same level, has 8. Lower defense. It does actually have a lot less special attack. More special defense, less speed. So I'm not too interested in speed because I feel like I'm probably going to outspeed stuff anyway. That's usually how it goes. So I don't think speed is too important, like for nature wise. Maybe I'm wrong, but Attack and special attack. Special attack? What? Water? Water is special. So I probably want to go with the one who has a good balance of special attack and attack. Yeah, I don't think I'll go with Roslyn. I think I'm sticking with Hamid. Although I feel like I kind of want to, so maybe I should take Roslyn just for their physical attack. It'd be kind of funny that I named Mo and Hamid to be like a pair, but then I don't use them together. Also, I thought the male and female Magikarp was supposed to have different colored like whiskers. I thought one was supposed to be yellow and one white. So using Hamid and Roslyn, I think, with priority on Hamid. I kind of miss Zigzagoon. I miss the pickup ability. Okay, let's... Oh, Makuhita! We could have gotten a Makuhita. I really like how Makuhita looks. Oh well. I mean, I think Makuhita's way cooler than Geodude, but it's not that Geodude's bad. It is a fighting though, so we should use Grumble. Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice. That's definitely a trainer now. There's gonna be a lot of grinding, I think. Hope you have a lot of studying to do, because I have a lot of grinding to do before I get to the second gym. I don't know if I'm gonna do it tonight. I mean, it would be nice, but we've had a big setback, so... Although we've recovered decently well. We're not quite there yet. I still think we're definitely weaker. Loads. I always struggled with revising in school. I would like cram it in at the end, and I felt like I retained information pretty well like that, but it would just stress me. I guess I'd be stressed anyway, but it would stress me to like I always find it crazy. People would start revising like for an exam like months before it actually happened, and I'm like, I guess that helps you with recalling information. Sorry, I just grabbed some popcorn. Helps you recall information, but for me it just stresses me out. Like, it's in 2 months, and I don't know, for me it's just like, it makes it feel more impending, like it puts stress on me too early, you know. I kind of want to have like 2 weeks while I'm learning and it's in my head. I'm really glad we have Grumble here, because we don't really have anything that can actually go against fighting now. It's kind of weird. We didn't have a good matchup with the Rock, and we didn't have a good matchup with Torchic, with Fire, and now we have a fighting gym. And I got 2 Magikarps, a normal and a Rock type, so we don't have good matchups. We've just not had good matchups. Weird. Find Abra here too. When I think about generic caves in Pokemon, I always think it's weird. I mean, it makes sense that you have bats and rocks in there, but because they're both like animate creatures, it's weird to me that Zubats are so... Like, the 2 main Pokemon you see are Zubats and Geodudes. And Zubats are useless against Geodudes. I mean, maybe I'm thinking about, you know, they just exist in the cave together and they're not constantly fighting. But if they did fight, the Zubats are useless against Geodudes. Why are there so many of them? Maybe food chain or something? I don't know. Do Pokemon eat each other? Kind of opens up a whole can of worms. Okay. Sorry, I need to get my game on with this grinding and do this efficiently. So we can get to more exciting stuff, like using Tackle on our Magikarps instead of switching out. In fact, I'm going to switch my moves to Gust to be first, just to make it even quicker. And I don't think my Grumble needs the Quick Claw. I think actually I think Clive will do better with the Quick Claw. And I'm not too afraid about over-leveling Grumble, because I have like 5 levels before they get to max level. So that's plenty of time to be able to level up my other Pokemon, maybe even 10 levels, because of the lower XP requirement. And by then they can fend for themselves. I wonder if there's another area beyond this cave where I get another chance to catch. That would be nice to get another non-Magikarp. I was kind of worried when I got to this island because I was like, oh, I don't think there's going to be many encounters, but I think we have just enough, pretty much. We just need to grind up now. Yeah, definitely have a way different team than I was expecting to have, but ever since I walked in that first gym, nothing's turned out as I expected. Ooh, why did I do that? Don't say I'm losing them. Okay, good. I gambled on that confusion. Good. No, I'm just gonna swap out and we're gonna go heal up. Yeah, it can happen. That's the thing with Nuzlocke, is if you just make like a little mistake, you might just be done for. Again, I think I mentioned this last time, but that's why I find streaming helpful, because it makes me more focused. Because if I'm just alone, I'm more likely to, you know, sort of get a little distracted, or be a bit more mindless. So I think this is a good environment for me. And let's actually fight this guy. Maybe he's not going to fight us, actually. Oh, he's just a nice guy with HM Flash, which I don't really want to use. Reduces accuracy, right? Actually, we can just swap to Clive with the Zubats. Okay. Not if they use confusion on us. Yep, not too much to say. This could be a little lull when I'm not constantly talking in Marshall's ear, so he can process his information a little better. I am kind of enjoying the, I guess, variety in the early game so far. Like, I think there's a good balance between like previous gen Pokemon and new gen Pokemon. Because, oh, why did I send that guy out? I shouldn't do that. Yeah, because I've had plenty of good ones. When I played Sun and Moon, for some reason I found it really novel to see the first generation Pokemon in 3D. So pretty much my whole team, besides my starter, which I didn't even like that much, was Gen 1. Which was crazy because it's like I've never played this generation before. There's so many new Pokemon, and I had like 1 or 2 Pokemon on my team and then 4 Generation 1 Pokemon. But to me it was just novel to see them in 3D and get to like interact with them and stuff. Like, I think I had Pikachu on my team, which is weird because they don't have like, even in Sun and Moon when it's like 3D, they still use like the old crunchy bit Pokemon cries, but then Pikachu is like a voice actor going like, Pikachu! So I guess it was nice to have a little bit more effort into the sound design with Pikachu. And then I also had Slowpoke, which I don't usually get because that is a Leaf Green exclusive in the 3rd generation. And I always play Fire Red. I don't own Leaf Green, so I just go with Fire Red. What was I saying? Oh yeah, and then I had... Who else did I have? Oh, I had a Haunter. I had like a Ghastly, yeah. So that was fun. Yeah. And I think at this point I realized maybe I should actually like completely redo my team, because I don't even like my starter that much, so maybe I should get rid of a few of my Pokemon and pick some more new Pokemon. But in this game so far I'm getting a good mix. Obviously I have these, like I have the Magikarp. It would have been nice to have, because the old rod only gives me Magikarp and Tentacool, and I didn't even get a Tentacool, but those are both Gen 1 water type, so it would have been nice to have access to like a new water type. Yeah, but I think in general it's been a good mix. Level 16 now. I do think Sun and Moon has a crazy early game variety though, so it's really good for team building. This game doesn't have a crazy amount, but I think it's a good amount. Let's try and train 2 Pokemon at once. Okay, when we get to level 12, I think that would be good. With Laura. I agree, especially at the beginning, it's nice to have those new ones up front in Emerald, but then there are familiar ones not far in. Yeah, like I didn't manage to get the Ralts, but the Ralts is like a really cool early game Pokemon to get, because it's strong, it lasts a while, it's a really cool design, and it's split evolution too, so I mean I wasn't surprised when I did have my old copy of Pokemon Emerald, the one that was broken, couldn't save, so I'd play like the first little bit of the game a lot, and I'd always try and get a Ralts on my team just because it's so cool. And you get Poochyena, you get the Worm Ball at the beginning, but yeah, I've also had decent access to some really nice classic Pokemon too. I think it's good for like up to the first gym if you just have the new ones, and then you can start introducing old ones to give more diversity. But I think it's really nice to, when you're playing a new game or a new generation, it's nice to have a really refreshing first few hours where you're just getting new Pokemon and stuff, you know. So I think that's a good design. Yeah. I also have some popcorn with me. I've not been eating it much. I should do that. You know, as soon as I discovered that popcorn isn't an unhealthy snack, I've been having it pretty much all the time. Not even like just for movies, just like I'm gonna hang out in my room and watch YouTube, or I don't know, I guess just watch something, even play a game, get some popcorn. It's nice, it's filling. And if you buy just like regular whole corn kernels, it can be healthy, because with microwave popcorn and stuff, the only issue is like a lot of oil, a lot of salt, and the oil is probably not very high grade oil. So, but if you just make it yourself, oh, I use Splash. If you just make it yourself, it's actually pretty healthy. It doesn't have great like micronutrients or anything, but it's solid. It's also really filling. And like I got like a ½ kilogram bag of it, and it lasted me weeks of me having it like almost every day, because obviously they pop, their volume increases a lot, so it makes you feel like, oh, it's a really good deal too, even if it doesn't have that much calories in it. Okay, you're just making me hit myself. Okay, let's go out and heal up. I'm really feeling like playing Pokemon again now. Maybe Soul Silver or Fire Red. On it, yeah, like I've not gotten into Pokemon much for a while, but I just had that itch, and it was frustrating because I was playing Fire. I mean, I was playing Sun, but I just really wasn't feeling it. I don't know what it is about that game. I think it's just the presentation, and also the fact that I don't really feel like I'm exploring. I feel like I'm really being railroaded. But I really like a lot of the improvements they've made to the game in Sun. It's just I don't like the direction. Like, I don't really like the progression much. Yeah, but with Fire Red, like I said, I was doing a special Nuzlocke with my friend, so I could only play when we were both like available. So we've been having this on and off for like a year now, and I'm only at the 6th gym, and every single time I play it, I have so much fun, but it's just so rare I get to play. And so like a week ago, I was just being obsessed with, I felt obsessed with Pokemon. So I really want to get into it and be really immersed and like love my team and try out new Pokemon, because there's just so many, and definitely being an adult, and I feel like I can engage with the mechanics way more. So doing something like a Nuzlocke really makes me appreciate like all of the team building aspects of it. And especially playing with my friend, I have to also think about like fighting him or what his team's gonna look like. And so I just really had the itch to play more Pokemon, but I couldn't, because my only like game I was enjoying was tied to my friend's availability. So I was basically, it was terrible. I was just watching, I was basically just video editing and like looking up Pokemon sprites and going on Pokemon database and just looking at Pokemon statistics and stuff like that, or like looking at the Elite Four and comparing them from different games. Like Pokemon Black and White 2 have like the challenge mode, which I never did, but it like, I think it adds a team, adds a Pokemon on each of the gym leaders, and more Pokemon actually have held items that are useful. as well as being like 5 levels higher for the Elite Four. So I was just having fun doing that. But the other thing I was doing was I was just watching really awful, like, obnoxious, pretentious, clickbaity, like, YouTubers. I mean, there's plenty of good Pokemon YouTubers, but I just had such an itch. I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and so I was watching like the, ooh, what's this strongest Pokemon? And they're just talking strictly about high-level competitive championships. And I don't know, I guess it's not pretentious, but it was very clickbaity, and a lot of the personalities and delivery where it's like really high energy and like overwhelming, I just found obnoxious. So, but I was watching them anyway because I just really wanted to. So Stun Spore here. I kind of want a more tactical thing, and I don't think Tackle's doing much for us, so I'm going to swap out Tackle. But Grumble is level 17 now, so they're getting pretty high. Yeah, so that's why I started streaming here, because I had that itch for Pokemon and I was just wasting my time on just consuming pretty low quality content, or like content that didn't match me. Not really, it wasn't low quality, they definitely put effort into their videos, but it just wasn't to my sensibilities. And so I thought, why don't I play one of the old games that I never actually played properly. Yeah, I guess that was a long tangent, but that helps me get through the leveling. But Soul Silver is one of my favorites, and Fire Red's really great. I think if you've not played Pokemon in a while, go with Fire Red. It's when you're not waiting for your friend. It's a pretty quick game, and it has really good themes of like what Pokemon's about. And what else did you say? I'll have to wait until after my exams. Yeah, that's the thing. I have time right now. I don't have... Yeah, I have time right now. When does Magikarp evolve? Level 17? No, he evolves at level 20. Yeah, level 20. And he learns Tackle, his first damaging move, at level 15. And he evolves quite slowly. He also has a poor XP yield, so if you're fighting one of those fishermen who have like 6 Magikarps... Ooh, shoot. Wrong Pokemon. Please don't crit. Okay, good. I can't... Oh, that's a fair point. I can't use him for the gym because it's 20. That is actually a really fair point. Yeah, but he's not totally useless. He learns Tackle, so I can at least have him. So what I can do is, the one good thing about Magikarp is he has pretty decent physical defense. So what I can do, he's not a normal type, so I can't really have Laura as my defense, like a defensive Pokemon. Nor can I really use Clive, because even though he has really good physical defense, he's a normal, he's a rock ground type, so he's going to be weak. They're going to be super effective against him. And he's also heavy, so if they have something like low kick, that's going to be really bad for Clive. So Magikarp could actually be a really good defensive one, because you see here, his defense stat is twice more than his attack. And what I can do also is, just to boost his attack a little bit, I can give him the Silk Scarf that I have on Whismur right now. So that gives him a little bit more bonus to his attack. So he can kind of be a tank. I can throw him out, use him to tank 1 or 2 hits, and then so I can heal my other Pokemon. So I can definitely use him, but he's going to have to be a tank and not really a damage dealer. And I don't really have any HM, so can he learn Cut? I doubt it. No. Can he learn Flash? No, he can't learn Flash. Can he learn Rock Tomb? No, he can't. Clive can, but I'm just gonna level him up first to see if he gets like Rock Throw or something similar. Yeah, so that's my pitch on why Magikarp isn't useless before you evolve him. Even though everybody acts like he is, I think he's a really good Pokemon. It just takes quite a bit of, not quite a bit, but a decent amount of effort to like get him going. Okay, that's not gonna work. When you get him going, he's really strong and really available too. Wrong move. So, almost close to level 15. So hopefully we can get Tackle pretty soon. Oh, I'm missing. And then we don't have to rely so much on Grumble. And I think, you know what, I think the next gym might not be a big trouble. If we can just get Grumble on, they have Gust. They can probably just do pretty well, but I want to have other teams, just in case something happens or a crit happens. I need to have other teammates who can get through the gym without the support of Grumble. Have you ever played much of a Generation 2 Marshall? Like Crystal? I think Gen 2 is really interesting. I think it's very different from the other generations. It kind of felt more like a bit more of a format change, like an addition to Gen 1. Because they didn't add too many Pokemon. But they like added like daily chores or like a lot of like long-term mechanics and like a really big end game. So it felt a lot more like, I mean, it wasn't really Animal Crossing like, but it was more like Animal Crossing, like, oh, stuff changes with the time of day, and you know, you can catch different Pokemon if you play in the evening, and you know, this thing happens once a day, so you can get this type of Pokemon, or you can get a free something once a day, and stuff like that. So it felt kind of more like a casual experience, like something you don't just play through, but something you play in smaller sessions, but like every day for like a couple months or something. While the newer games like Sun and Moon are trying to be more like a more fixed story experience. Sadly, no, I'd like to play them. I emulated Crystal a little ages ago. I've been meaning to. Yeah, I tried to play a bit of Crystal, not like maybe a few years ago, but I guess I just didn't have the time. It's kind of like how you really feel like playing Pokemon right now, but you don't have the time. I really wanted to play some like original Generation 2 games, and I started, but I didn't have the time. Yeah, but I really loved Soul Silver. That was such an awesome experience as a kid. I've not replayed it, so maybe it's not as great as I remember. I've heard some people say it's not that good, but it was the most fun I had playing a Pokemon game ever as a kid. Aside from maybe this new Fire Red, it's just I don't get to play it too much. Okay, and we're approaching on level 18. So I need to start using other Pokemon. Yeah, I think I mean, there's so much to love about it. Firstly, just a very clean presentation. The looks are really cool because every town is like really cool design. Like one's covered in autumn leaves, so like, and it had much more of like a mythical feel because, was it Johto? Kanto? Johto. The region Johto had the theme of like old style, like old Japan, like with wood carvers, or like people who make Pokeballs by carving, I can't remember the name of them, but, and then like old towers and temples, and then it also had like, it tied that in with like the legendaries being like ancient legendaries or whatever. Yeah, and so it had some really nice visuals to go along with that, and some nice music, like, yeah, it just had really nice music, so the atmosphere was there, and you had the follower Pokemon, so that is just a lot of effort to animate that, and to have those following sprites, but it just made you connect with your Pokemon so much more. And obviously you get 2 regions. And you had like a lot of really cool events, like Pokemon contests and catching contests. Yeah, and just like a lot of activities to do, a lot of daily things to go and do, like the lottery ticket on your based on your trainer card, or yeah, it just felt nice. It felt like a more well-rounded experience, and like there was so much to do. Man, so many Macahitas in this place. I'm surprised we didn't get one of these on our first one. They're just everywhere. There we go. I'm wanting to train up my other Pokemon, but my other 2 Pokemon are not good against fighting types. Wait. Wait a second, what? Oh, they did learn Tackle, I just skipped through it. Okay, we have Tackle now. Let's see how good it is. Level 9 Makuhita. I'm assuming they have pretty good physical defense, but let's see how it is. That was a crit! It's something. It's better than nothing. Let's see if they can take them down by themselves. If Makuhita gets a crit on me and just kills me after all of that. No, they don't. There we go. Not even a scratch. I kind of wanted to get a scratch to see how much defense I had. I think I said that last stream too. Level 7. And now at least I can know I can just kind of grind a bit more efficiently with Hamed. You said something. Hold on. Ah, I'm doing 2 things at once. I don't really. Sorry. I think I did play some Soul Silver once, but I don't really remember. I think I had fun. It might have been busy at the time or something. Yeah. Good news. Good news indeed. This has been a while. I would not have had to do this if I didn't lose 75% of my team. But I'm kind of excited for my new team. It might be really good. Okay, we're not dealing with that. We have to also get Clive up. Not that they're going to be very useful for the gym, but it would be nice to do that. Yeah, I don't really know, because I guess it's kind of weird, because I can't get Gyarados. I can't really use Laura or Clive, so it's kind of just Magikarp and Grumble, basically. Keeps using Confuse on me. It's annoying. And Confuse on that too. Yeah. How about you confuse Rosalind? Exactly. I knew you wouldn't. Oh, no splash. Alright. This is getting a little... It's getting a little repetitive here. Oh, don't do that, Freddy. What are you doing? Yeah, absolutely not a typical lineup. This might be the first time anyone has ever faced the second gym with a Beautifly and Magikarp. Pretty much exclusively. I don't know if I'm even going to bring my other Pokemon because they're not going to be much help. And if I wipe out, they will at least be good outside of the gym and give me an opportunity to recover. Unless I can think of some sort of stat where, I don't know, like, maybe they might learn a cool move I could use or something. I guess Laura has... No, Laura has a stop... No, Ghost moves don't even work on them. Yeah, Laura's risky because the only good move they have is Uproar, and that, like, gets you stuck. And that's just really, really bad. Okay, we've done plenty here. Let's do a little bit of exploring. Oh, Flash. Okay, let's hope we don't, like, get stuck in here. It's a change of scenery. We can see barely anything. Yeah. I mean, to be honestly, I'm really glad we have Beautifly. Is this a new area? I know it's like the same cave, but it's like dark down here. It doesn't count. I didn't pay attention. Marshall, do you mind going back in the stream a little bit and checking to see if I got like a drop down thing when I went downstairs, or is this the same cave? I need to know if I can catch this guy or not. Like, is there anything saying, you know, underground chasm or dark whatever? Let me know. I'll look it up in case you oh, you'll check. Good, thanks. I'm thinking probably not, but that is a cool looking Pokemon. I would love to have that Pokemon. There is a drop down that says Granite Cave. When I went down the stairs, because I already got one. I already got a Pokemon upstairs. Oh, from the beach too. Says it. They both say just Granite Cave. Not like Granite Cave. Something else. Something else. If it just says Granite Cave on both, I can't. Very unfortunate. Damn. Okay. Yeah, it seemed unlikely, but okay. Thank you for checking. I know this guy's Ghost type. I don't really have any other moves. Oh, I have Laura. Maybe this might be good. Nightshade doesn't affect me, but I have a Ghost move, which is super effective. At least, hopefully I'll get some good XP from this guy. Maybe. Oh, that doesn't do anything. But can they do anything to me? Or doesn't Foresight? Yeah, they can do something to me. Oh yeah, switch out. Cliff, you don't have anything. Yeah, you don't have anything. I guess Grumble. Ah, man, it would have been great if I could have gotten that Pokemon. But no. That's okay. That's okay. Roslyn is basically just my Pokemon to switch out to clear confusion. Look at this, they did that twice. Good. Oh my goodness, Aron! That's one of my favorite Pokemon. They have a really good evolutionary line too. It would have been incredible if I got this guy. I suppose if I knew, I probably could have put down a repel and then came down here to get my first encounter. It's probably still rare though. Would have been cool. So steel, normal type isn't good against steel. Ooh, that did a lot of damage. Granite Cave. Man, that headbutt can probably actually kill me if I get a crit, so... Grumble. Grumble. I'm glad you're not level capped right now. That's good. There's another ladder here, but I want to explore. I always thought that the ladders in this generation kind of look like crates or boxes. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Don't want to get lost. I guess even if I did get Aaron, it wouldn't... Oh! Oh, it's a slidey thing. That's cool. I was gonna say, it wouldn't have really been a good matchup against the fighting gym anyway, but it probably would have been really good for the rest of the game. But that's okay. Come on, Clive, let's get some action. Nice, level 11. Clive learn Rock Throw. That's good because we pretty much, aside from Grumble, we pretty much just have normal type moves, which isn't good for Steel or Ghost. That's where we came. Is this where we came down from? Yeah. Yeah, same area. Woohoo! Yeah. In fact, let's is Steel? I think Steel's strong against Rock. So, actually, I don't know. I won't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look that up. I should know that. Steel's just stronger than Rock, so I feel like it's like just a stronger Rock, so Rock would be weak against, or like ineffective against it. That would make sense, right? Steel is effective against Rock, and Rock is not effective against Steel. So yeah, I was right. Okay, I don't actually think there's much on this floor. I think I pretty much found my way around it. Yeah, gotta rely on Grumble. Getting pretty close to level 19 though. But I'm glad my other Pokemon are starting to get some good levels on them. Another Aaron. I'm gonna try it with Clive. You know what? They probably don't have any steel moves, so just this dude. Does it reduce electric moves or something? Yeah, it does. Okay, let's see if Clive can 1v1 an Aaron. Let's use the Mud Slap. How does tackle look? Nothing. Rock Throw. Accuracy low. Yeah, Clive can't deal with Arons, they're too strong. Arons. I'm also getting low on absorbs. These Arons are tricky. I will stay down here for now, but if I get much more of this, I'm gonna really struggle to fight any of them. Another one! I'm just gonna run from them. I get my XP elsewhere. Like from this guy. Ooh. It's a big area. I'm gonna swap out Clive to be first. What is this item? Quick Claw. Oh, we have something going on here. Hey, Rock Flow, we can one-shot Zubats. Oh yeah, that's a good way to get XP for Clive. Not Arons though. Well, we can just run. We're fast enough. Look at that. You can get like half... No, not quite half a level. It's about 3 Zubats per level. And we're getting decent stat boosts per level too with Clive. Oh, it's the end? No way. Ooh, ladder that goes up. It's kind of fun. I usually really don't like not having flash, but it's kind of making me pay attention. It's making me like explore every little cranny. I did go down the second ladder, so I'm in like, I guess basement floor 3 right now, or 2, I guess. It depends how you count it. But there's a ladder that goes. I think I found a second ladder that goes up. It's like a different thing. We got the Everstone. And then the Sable Eye. Got him. Got him good. Yeah, I'm appreciating this area. Oh, I just wanted to mention another rule with the Nuzlocke is this is something I do, but if I encounter a shiny, that's a free picking. Just because it's a shiny and it's so rare to get them. In fact, I actually tried to shiny grind in my other Nuzlocke, and I did it for like all day and I didn't get anything. I played, I don't know, maybe almost 2,000 hours of Pokemon games in my whole life, and I've gotten 3 shinies. So odds wise, it's not gonna happen. Even with like a whole playthrough and I get to the Elite Four and everything, there's like maybe like a 1% chance I'll get 1 shiny in a Nuzlocke that I complete to the end of the game. But if I do get a shiny, I can catch it, even if I've already had an encounter that route. It's like a little exception to the rules just for extreme luck, essentially. Yeah, they're so rare. So like I tried to shiny grind for the first time in my life. Like I actively just like was looking for a shiny because I hear some people do that. And I calculated my odds. It took me like, it was like 10 hours. And I was like, this is such a waste of time. I really want a shiny. Because I was kind of stuck in my Nuzlocke. So I was really wanting an electric shiny. And... oh, I forgot. Ooh, Clive. Swap out. Grumble, you're a safe pick. Yeah, sorry. So I was I got like at least 2,000 Pokemon encounters, and it just went on and on and on and on and on and on. And even then, that's still only like 2,000 encounters is way more than you think it is, and that's only about 15 to 20% chance, or I guess about 20% chance of getting one shiny, and you might just get unlucky. Like imagine flipping a coin, 50% chance you get it, but to get a to be able to flip the coin to get a shiny, you have to do 4,000 Pokemon battles, or like 4,200 Pokemon battles. I spent like 10 hours like efficiently doing about 2,000, and so imagine that every 20 hours you get to flip a coin, and if you get heads you get a shiny. But imagine if like sometimes you flip a coin, you get like 4 heads in a row or 4 tails in a row. It's just like, I think it really made me appreciate how crazy the odds are, because I always thought I play so much Pokemon and I've only had a few shinies. It's like 1 in 8,000. I'm sure I probably killed tens of thousands of Pokemon, and I probably have just about, but it's way big. Like, you don't quite understand how many Pokemon that is until you actually start doing that. So I myself have only found 3 natural shinies. One of them, my first shiny, was in Fire Red. Oh no, looks like the dungeon gets a little complicated at this point. And it was actually, I think I'm gonna back out soon and go to the Pokemon Center because I'm running out of PP. So it was a Psyduck, and the Psyduck is a really good shiny because it basically turns like a duck egg blue. Oh cool, I'm up here. It basically turns a duck egg blue, so it's just like really cool. It's a great color. It's like a really big change from the original color palette swap. So it's just like a really fun shiny to get. And then the next shiny I got was in like Pokemon Black. So like I played several games and replayed several games, and I never got another shiny. And then I can't remember what it is, but it's like the ice bear that has like snot coming out of its nose. It wasn't a great shiny, but I was like, I completely forgot about shinies and I just got it, and I was like, this is so cool. And then I got another shiny. I don't remember when this was, but I checked my Pokemon Platinum. Maybe I got it between those 2 shinies actually, but I got a shiny Bidoof. I don't like Bidoof really at all, so it's not a fun memory. I was pretty unimpressed, to be honest. So I don't have a good story to go with that one. Ooh! I don't know if that guy's gonna fight me. So I still need to grind, so I think I'm actually going to not talk to that guy right now. You know what? You think he's a friend? Okay, I will talk to him. I'm not doing terrible. It's just I'm not ready for like an all-out fight because I'm pretty low on some of my best moves. But I'm not getting the vibe he's gonna fight me, but I don't know, so I thought I could escape rope out, but okay. Maybe He looks fine to me. My name is Steven. I'm interested in rare stones, so I travel here and there. Oh! Oh, yeah, okay. I thought we heard that name before. He does look friendly. Kind of this steel dark... What? Not steel grey. Dark grey hair. What did we just do? We gave him a letter? I'll give you this TM. Steel Wing? Steel Wing. Steel is not effective against fighting. Wait a second. Wait a second. They're neutral to fighting. Okay. One league. Okay, this guy seems like a story. A story. Looks important. Oh wow, I just looked at the stream stats. We have quite a few people in here. Hello. Hello, everyone who's watching. Who's not Marshall. I guess I've just been in my mind thinking it's just me and Marshall in here, but there's other people too. Hello. Yeah, so Steel Wing's good because, I mean, we don't have a steel Pokemon, but it's not going to be ineffective against the fighting type gym. So if anybody can learn it, it will be a really good attack. And nobody can, so... Oh well. Actually, let's see if there's any hidden items around here. No, I like the kick drum in this track. Yeah, so we're just gonna get out of the cave and do a bit more grinding, but I've actually kind of enjoyed this grinding. I thought, you know, it might be a bit unpleasant, but it's been fine. It's been pretty chill. And if you look at our numbers, we're looking not too far off. I did have an eye out for them, but I didn't notice them. I mean, I would like to explore more. What, back here? Hold on. I would like to explore more, but I want to get like my rock throw and my absorb back, because that's my best moves against. Oh, okay. These kind of look like just like rock walls, but you're right. That looked the same to this to me. Thank you for pointing that out. Yep, they are. Thanks. They didn't look like it to me, so I just skipped over them. I'm interested in how many gusts did we use in there? Hold on. Grumble has been so awesome. Oh, only 9. That's weird. Grumble's been so awesome. If we did not have Grumble, we would be doing so much worse. Okay. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, and you know what? I'm not even feeling that tired. The previous 2 times I streamed, I kind of was zonked out like half an hour ago, but we're doing pretty well. Just butt heads with this Geodude. Okay. Should I teach someone Flash? I know, Grumble, I need all their moves. I don't want to use Flash. I mean, Flash could be useful in the fight, but I feel like we have a good moveset right now. Yeah, I remember my way around. I've already found everything remarkable. Okay. Well, I still need to grind a little bit more, so I might as well look around a bit as I do that, instead of just pacing up and down in the same spot. And there's some sable eyes down here, which I think give much... Ooh, shoot. Ah! I think they give good XP, I was gonna say. Yeah, I think there was one ladder I didn't look. There was another ladder that led up. Oh, I forgot, it's a ghost type. What am I doing? I guess I can use this opportunity to use a potion. And I'm gonna actually have to take the boat back to the mainland to get more potions, because there's not even a poker store here. I'll have to do that for the gym fight at least. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. Clive's level 16. Clive is wanting to learn magnitude. Ooh, ground shaking attack of random intensity. So if we get lucky with that move, that, like, magnitude 10 is gonna one-shot, like, even the gym leader's Pokemon, because it's ground, not rock type. Hi, Creeper Tom. Hello. I don't recognize your name. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you've been around before or something, but I don't recognize that name. Thanks for coming in. Let's try oh! We actually have a counter to Iron now, because I think ground is strong to iron? Magnitude 5. Oh. Oh, yeah. How much XP do they give? A decent amount. Okay, Clive is good for in the cave. He can handle anything now, but he's just not good against the gym. Ooh. Can we kill this ab? No, he teleported. Okay, here I think there was a second thing. One shot, magnitude 8. Yeah, it's just risky, because if you get like a magnitude 1 or 2, it barely does any damage, but I guess it's worth the risk. It's just, if I'm in the fighting gym, I only, if I send out Clive, he's probably gonna die in maybe one move. He might be able to take one, but you don't really want to take that risk. But if it comes down to it, and I get in a tight situation, at least I have magnitude where I have like a chance to get lucky and pull out a win if I lose. What's his name? Grumble. Look, defense 3. That's a good level up right there. I'm new. How are you? I'm well. I'm actually feeling really nice. Even we had a big loss earlier in the stream, just after the first gym. I had 4 Pokemon in my team and I lost 3 of them, but we've made a good recovery. I'm feeling nice. I'm not feeling too tired. I feel like I'm just enjoying, so I'm having a good time. How are you feeling? Okay, I thought there was a second ladder here. I guess not. Maybe it was in the other floor. Maybe there's a second ascent that wasn't on this platform here. I guess it's not. It's kind of a weird time to come into the stream because you can't really see. Can't really see what I'm doing in this cave. But don't worry, I figured out the layout. I kind of know what's going on. We'll get out soon. What emulator am I using? I'm using Visual Boy Advance. Yeah, I am. Nothing wrong with emulation. You can, if you have the original copy of Emerald or something, you can get your own ROM and your own save file to use on emulators, which is really cool. It's a pretty good one. You get some good like visual options on this, and it runs fairly nice. Level 18. That is a good landmark for Clive. Yeah, let's switch back out to... I'm struggling with the menus here. Switch back out to Hamid. And I fluffed that. Switch back out to Hamid. Also, we should probably do Laura. Emulation is awesome. I'm all in for it. Are you using VRAM or the original VBAM or VBA? I'm using VBA. Guess that means I have to switch out because I'm not good against these guys. Yeah, it's really hard to get screen recording on like original hardware, so I'm very glad emulation is an option that's so available, I suppose. Nice shade. You know what? I think that other ladder I was talking about might just not exist. Maybe you were right, Marshall. And I'm not willing to learn Flash because Grumble has a good moveset right now. I don't want to use Flash on it. Or teach it Flash, I suppose. It's an old emulator. Hasn't been updated since 2004. Well, that's fine. It works perfectly fine. I mean, Pokemon Emerald, the game itself, hasn't been updated since, I don't know, when it came out in 2002. And it's still a great game. Yeah, I'm thinking I don't have anything else in here. Maybe. I kinda actually lost where I am. Am I on the second floor? 2005. Oh, there you go. Yeah, this is my first time playing Emerald. I'm not very familiar with the third generation. So... wow. I feel like usually I'm pretty good with dates, like when things have come out. Laura's level 14. I mean, I don't really think I'm going to use them unless I get like a good... if they learn a good move, but I don't know their move sets. Okay, one more look down here, just in case there's something else I've missed. Oh, I think I can... no, I can't. I'm normal type. I keep forgetting that. Let's try Hamid. It's also nice to fast forward when I feel like I'm safe enough to do that. That's a nice little thing of emulators. No, I don't need... should be able to... no! Yeah, I don't like that. Let's switch out. Man. The only one I won't say is when I came out, even though I'm 19. When you came out, okay. Oh, okay, so what about this? There's this thing here. Surely there's another way to get up there. Well, I've been asking people who come into the stream. Yeah, oh, I'll have to have the bike. I thought that was some place I would come down on, okay. I'm just gonna use the escape rope. I want to get out of here. Yeah, the mud slope thing. I have 4. I was gonna ask Creeper Tom, what has been your most played, not your favorite, but what's your most played Pokemon game? Because for me, favorite and most played are a little bit different. But I really feel like the one you've put the most time in is like your what's it called? Not home base? What's it you call when you're like going camping and you go up a mountain? Base camp. I don't know what I'm saying. What's your most played Pokemon game? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, baseline, I suppose. Base camp. There we go. Okay, what am I doing? I have to think. Oh yeah, I'm going back to the mainland because I need to buy... oh, I have 2 options now. Oh, I have two options! Because I delivered the letter, I can now go to Slateport. Maybe I can actually catch a Pokemon. Okay. Let's go to Petalburg because I want to have the items just in case I run into some trainers before I get there. Black and White 2? Oh man. Black and White 2. I don't know. I'd say Pokemon Soul Silver is my favorite, but I definitely put way more hours into Black and White too. Yeah. Black and White 2, you can put a lot of hours into it because there's like a lot of daily stuff. I remember spending so much time in Nimbasa City. Nimbasa! This is a great name to shout. But there's, like in the sports center, there's like daily battles that give really good XP. And it's just there's like online stuff in that game too. So it's just a brilliant game to put a lot of hours into. Platinum is my favorite. Platinum's my most played, but not my favorite. Marshall, I've got to go to sleep soon. Good luck, my Freddo. Thank you. So what I think I'm going to do is, just because I've had that hitch, and now I realize I can actually explore, was it Steelport? The other town? I think I'll probably start next stream by doing the second gym battle, so you might be able to catch that, but it's fine if you don't. Yeah, so have a good night, Marshall, if you're leaving now. I'm glad I could be some background noise and engage with you as you're slaving away over your studies. Let's get 8 potions. Yeah, I mean, Platinum had a lot of stuff to do too, but I felt like I ran dry. Like, I even bought everything in the villa, in the end game, and like did all the Battle Frontier stuff. I mean, I spent a lot of hours on it, but there's certainly an end to the entertainment. What am I doing? I'm going back to the boat. That's what I'm doing. Yeah. Oh, I have quite a few people watching right now. It's nice. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm pretty new to streaming, so in fact, it's only the last couple streams I've actually had anyone here live. I get a decent amount of views, like, on my recordings, like my VODs, but not so much. Interesting, I didn't get a choice there. Okay. Well, should I go into the gym and like just see what it's like? Oh no, it's a flash gym. You know what? Okay. Oh, it gets brighter when I fight the trainers. Okay, that's fine then. Sure, let's fight one trainer and just feel out the gym for next time. Don't you dare brush me off. It's not my fault if you cry. That's a crazy jump kick they got going. Meditate. Okay, this is a psychic fighting type. I know this. I know this one. How much damage do I do? I don't have the silk scarf on me either. Oh, they're using Bide. Shoot. Oops. Physical attack. That's a normal. Is Bide normal type? I can't. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna switch out to Grumble and end this because I don't like this. Let's use Gust. Try and KO them. Good. Good. Oh, that was it? Do I get a larger? Oh, cool, you get a larger Ring of Darkness each time. It is a normal move. Okay, so if they're using Bide, I can switch out to Geodude, and they can tank it, because they get stuck in Bide. And I know they're not going to use a fighting type move, so that's actually pretty cool. I do kind of just want to quickly check out Slateport, not Steelport. And I'll see the ride. I do like how you get to see the route. Oh, there's a shipwreck there. See, this is cool. It's way better than like a cutscene or like a fade to black. Oh, you get started on the beach. I have a feeling these are trainers, so I'm a little worried. What if they're really strong? What is under here? Okay. Please don't be really high level. Oh, okay, good. We're fine. Poison sting. Okay, no poison proc. Poison sting. I don't like you using poison sting so much. Let's switch out. Let's use uproar. Ooh, that's good damage. It's too risky to use in like a gym fight though. But it's nice for stuff like this. Not true, buy doubles the damage you do over 2. Buy doubles the damage I do to that Pokemon? Your Geodude would die, use none. Oh, okay, so it does like damage, not power, but like HP drain basically. Okay, thank you for that, Creeper Tom. Yeah, okay, so I could... What does Geodude use? Non-damaging moves. That's a good stat. Thank you. I play Pokemon games a lot, but it's not... Like, when I was a kid, I didn't really engage too much with, like, the details, or like, I would just use damaging attacks, so I wouldn't really pay much attention to much else. Howl, that's a good one. You don't get too many attack boosting moves in the early game. Okay, let's have a look at... So if I did swap out my Geodude, I can use Defense Curl. That's not very helpful though, if I'm going to be swapping between guys. See, my old team, which I lost, you can see my death count is 4. My old team had a lot of status effects, and that's what I was playing around with, but this new one, not so much, unfortunately. Okay. Well, this is a good place to get some grinding done that's not, like, monotonous. Defense lower. There's a lot of water, I guess, so it's not good for Clive, but Clive was good in the cave for training. Just gonna speed up because this seems like a pretty safe battle. There we go. Not much money, but I guess that makes sense. I'm just taking money from a little kid. I'm here every day. Why am I giving this kid my number? What's up? This guy's cute. The water around these parts is clean. I get my Zigzagoon to pick up litter from the shoreline at all times. Dirty water becomes rain and joins our rivers, which we drink from. We pollute the sea, and it all comes back to haunt us eventually. Very true, very true. Raised by trainers. Yeah, that's what I said that earlier. I don't know how much of a difference it makes. Like, if you catch a level 5 and a level 20 and you level up to them to level 30, I think there's like... I mean, there's a little bit of a difference, but I don't think it's that much, but I can be standard corrected. I mean, I only just learn about like IVs and EVs and stuff like that. My music lagged there a little bit. Howl. Ooh! Crit! But we were safe. I kind of want to grind here, so I kind of want them in use. We don't have many super potions though. I'll switch them out. Critical hit? Why is this guy so strong? Grumble, come help me. That was very split. Very split XP there. Maybe I can try and... I'm just a little worried because I skipped the second gym, so I'm worried like I'm gonna get into like a story fight. That's gonna be... Ooh. Is that like a mini lighthouse? I'm just worried about bumping into like a story. Oh my goodness, there's like a market here. Oh, this is so cool. I love this. Do you remember the market? I think it's in Pokemon Black and White too, but like the indoor market in the city with the ground gym, the mine. There was like an indoor market. That was a really pretty area. Yes, because it had the glow up between Pokemon Black and White and Pokemon Black and White 2. Powder jar. I've never really used that before. All sorts of medicine. I guess I can check that out sometime maybe. Oh, berry. Oh, is that multiplayer? I guess it's cable multiplayer. Slateport, yeah, Slateport does seem like a wonderful place so far. I've not even seen the town yet, but it has a beach, it has like a lighthouse, a market. This is really cool. This feels way more lively than anything you see in like Fire Red. I'm Energy Guru, go for it. Yeah. These would be good if they weren't so expensive. But I have things to sell. I have tiny mushrooms. I have stardust. It's 12 o'clock. It's getting a little late, isn't it? Well, I want to get to a bit of a good place so I can challenge the second gym like near the beginning of the next stream, which I'll be doing tomorrow, by the way. I'm really enjoying this game, so I'm doing daily streams. I can't... Oh... I would love a Skitty doll. I love Skitty, but I can't. I need stuff. I need medicine for my Pokemon. Okay. Not too much to actually buy and sell at the market, but it's really appreciated as like a design inclusion. Man, I'd love to see the SS Anne here. Okay, why does this look like this is like a Team Aqua hideout? Maybe not. I'm not gonna go in there though. It's too suspicious. Oh! Oh! There they are, Team Aqua. Okay. I'm just here for like... I'm just here to get items. I need some more super potions, that's what I need. Oops. I think I'm good for Pokeballs actually. I've been fine. Do 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 do. I kind of feel a little scared. What is that? There's so much in this place. This is an awesome area. I just feel a little bit on edge because I've skipped some content, so I'm just worried something big's gonna come and get me, but the trainers on the beaches seemed fine. It's just a little nerve-wracking because I don't know this game. I'm just so used to playing Pokemon games, I'm like, not like I know like every detail, but like I've played a few times. Yeah. Oh, there's so many, like... there's another area over here, and I'm gonna have to... This is gonna be so fun to be here properly. Name Rater's house. Pokemon Fan Club. This is really cool. This is a really cool place. I'm gonna check my map, because if I can get a route encounter somewhere nearby in the north only. I mean, I could go fishing, but I'm just gonna get another Magikarp. I already have 3 of those, so I don't feel like that's too productive. And I'm gonna save the game. Okay. Can I get an encounter? Yee! Don't be high level. Okay. An Oddish. Would that be good? In the fighting gym? It's gonna be better than... It's gonna be better than what most of my team is. It's kind of like a replacement starter. Oddish is kind of similar to Bulbasaur, just not quite as strong. You see, I lost my starter. I picked Trico because he looked really cool. I was excited to use him. Oh well. I don't want to get a critical hit, absorb super effective, and die, so swap out to Laura. Yeah, pound. And I'm free for that because even a crit won't damage them. Astonish. Perfect. I don't have... Oh, I do. I do. It's probably not necessary. I do have Stun Spore, but I think it should be fine. Let's use a Pokeball. 1, 2, 3, and we got him. Nice. Very nice. Oh my goodness, this has been a long stream. It's almost been 3 hours. The Weed Pokemon. This Pokemon grows by absorbing moonlight. During the daytime, it buries itself in the ground, leaving only its leaf exposed to avoid detection from its enemies. Alright, what should we name the Oddish? I got it. We're gonna go with Duffy. Duffy the Oddish. So I feel like I'm in a kind of a good place to start. I feel like hitting the 3-hour mark is a pretty significant thing. But let's not quite finished yet. Just getting that Oddish level 13 is quite nice because that's not too much grinding. So let's bring them out. What does Sweet Scent reduce Pokemon encounters? What does Sweet Scent do outside of battle? If anybody knows, let me know. Is it like increase encounter rate or something? Does it knock out Team Aqua so you don't have to fight them? See what they got on this guy. Hey, I could probably teach Flash to Oddish, right? Would that be a good idea? I can. Let's do it. I'm sure I'll... It's fine. Okay, we will properly get into this area later. Let's go to the beach and level up Oddish a few times, or buff Duffy. Because these guys seem fairly safe. They didn't seem too strong. Zigzagoon. Sure, let's stay with Buffy. That guy's no surf. Zigzagoon no surf. That's a crazy strong move for a level 13 Zigzagoon to know, but also they learn like Headbutt at level 9. It's crazy. Getting close to that 3-hour mark. I got another... Okay. What's this? Hot battles, hot sands. I'm not gonna go in there, but I will fight the people outside. Oh, oopsie, that's a double battle. It's not a double battle. Okay. I can, yep, easily take this guy out. I'll just fast forward this. That's an easy win. Do 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 do. Oh, did I already fight that guy? Oh, that's why I wasn't. Fought these two. Yeah. I think this is the last guy on the beach. Wing girl. Hope he doesn't have a flying move. Imagine it doesn't at level 12. Especially as it has water gun, that's probably its main move at that sort of level. Level 14, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And poison powder, yes, I'm glad we're getting stuff like that. That's going to be useful in the gym. And in fact, there's a matchup right here. How about let's put it to the test, huh? My defense has fallen, which I don't like, and I'm level 14. And my Hoochiana got killed by a Machop, so I'm not taking this guy lightly. Magikarp has pretty good defense, so I'm going to switch out. Gonna aid his death with some tackling. And the poison should take him out, but he's using Leer on me, which I really don't like, so I'm going to swap back out to Duffy. Which is very ineffective because they're light. Great. And I think fighting is ineffective against poison, which is why that was not very effective either. I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, we are doing good. I'm glad these guys aren't super strong, because that would have just been scary if they were. Yes, I would like to sail back to Dewford. Just gonna take a sip. I had like snacks. I have like popcorn and some soy milk, but I've been so engaged with the game, I've just not been having it. Pardon me. Has some issues. Holy moly. I went to the dentist today. So my teeth haven't quite set properly. I'm having trouble eating. I have an eating problem. Actually, before we end the stream, let's go back into the cave. I was wandering around and bumbling around. Do a little bit more grinding to prop us up for the second gym, which we'll be tackling tomorrow. Not tonight, sorry. But now that we have flash, we can see more clearly. And just have a nice quick sweep. I need to get the badge to learn flash to do it properly. That sucks. Okay, well, we'll grind down here anyway because there's the Sable Eyes and the Arons down here that give decent XP. And there's less Makuhita. I don't like finding the Makuhita upstairs. Yeah, Duffy's not going to be good against this guy. Hamid! Fast forward because we know Hamid's got this. Aside from if they get confused, maybe they don't. But they do. Oh, there are Makuhita down here. I don't remember getting Makuhita here. Oh well. It's not the fastest way to grind, but we can at least get a feel for how much damage we're going to be doing to fighting type Pokemon. Absorb is not too bad against this guy. So I'm using the fast forward bit just because we're grinding here, just to save time and such. I'm sure you understand. I try not to rely too much on the fast forward because I feel like the game's pacing is slightly slow, so sometimes I use it to like boost past animation or text. But I feel like if you're just constantly fast forwarding, it is a little overwhelming. Not as great of a viewing experience either, but grinding for 2 hours is not very fun also. So I think that makes it work out. Sorry. Oh yeah, what am I doing? You can't poison steel type Pokemon. I was making a point there, but I kind of trailed off and forgot. Yeah, I use fast forward for grinding because I think... Oh yeah, sorry. I don't use it when I'm not grinding because I think playing it at a natural pace makes you more invested in the game. And because you become disinterested when everything's just flying past you. Yeah. But I guess we don't really need to train up Laura much because they're pretty much just a last resort just in case something really bad happens. And in fact, I only have Magikarp in my PC, so if I do die, if I do get team wiped by the gym, I will basically be stuck. Because they only know Splash, so maybe I should deposit Laura and just not bring them in at all. Now that is something Hamid can deal with. Unless that happens to them. Cliff can deal with it instead. Be good to get Cliff to level 19. Not a great matchup, but they do have magnitude, so if I do need someone to swap out and take a risk with, then Cliff, or Clive, sorry, is a pretty good choice for that. Okay, let's try and get some efficiency here. Yeah, we're grinding. We're doing it like a professional. Look at us go. Oh no, I picked Rock Throw instead of Magnitude. Hey, that's a good level up. Stun Spore. Sweet Scent, definitely. I don't know if there's an outside use for Sweet Scent, but we're picking Stun Spore. Yeah. I don't quite know. Obviously I have to like look ahead a little bit to see the level cap. The level cap in the Nuzlocke is the aces, the next gym leader's ace Pokemon, so their highest level Pokemon. So I have to kind of look ahead to see what their highest level is, but I don't really like. Why did I switch out to this guy? Oh, that's actually good. Hopefully they get a level up there. But I don't really like analyze their team or stuff because this is a blind playthrough, so I need to know what my level cap is, but I don't look at the moves. I try and ignore the Pokemon. But there's a lot of Makuhita in this cave, and there was a Medite in that trainer, I thought, so I'm assuming there's probably a Makuhita and a Medite on the gym team. So I want to be aware of that. We're pretty close to being a pretty comfortable level here. I'm not going to get everybody up to level 19 because I just don't think that's necessary, and especially my Pokemon that aren't really a good match for the gym. It's just like, do I want to spend time leveling them up? It would be more safe. I don't like what you're doing there. I'll switch to this. It would be more safe, but I'm not really planning on using them. They're kind of just more like a just in case. And they're not going to be much more useful as a just in case, you know, by a couple levels. So I do kind of want to keep some momentum with this. I know I'm grinding right now, and I do kind of want to get over it. Not that I want to have like a rushed atmosphere in the stream, but I do want to keep it engaging for the people who choose to spend their time watching me play, because I appreciate and value your time, but I also want to share my genuine experience. So it's a bit of a toss-up between, you know, keeping it a challenge and not just like maximizing everything, keeping things engaging, and then also just not making it just a grind session, like trying to engage with the game as more than just, you know, oh, time to grind and get to this and that, even if I'm bored. But I'm not quite bored, but we can finish up this session pretty soon, I think. I don't like how I'm confused there. Switch to Laura. Okay. Okay, let's actually head out, because I'm thinking it's getting late. Let's actually stick with Duffy on this. Oh, we don't have this. And we don't have that. Let's use a potion, just to be cautious. I was speaking fast back then. I'm surprised I'm not tired. Usually I'm tired around this time, but we're doing good. Come on. Come on. This guy's not dying. Why is he doing so well against me? Grumble, help me. We gotta get out of here. That was awful. He was critting me with headbutt, and I was missing my moves. Crazy. I'm just using an escape route. I'm getting turned around. Oh boy. Alright, let's review. Let's wind up the stream a little bit. Let's calm down. Let's not talk so fast. Let's heal our Pokemon first so we can get a good look at what we have to work with for the next gym. Let's take a breather. Have a drink. Okay. Man, I way compensated for the grinding footage by just speaking really fast back then. Okay. So we have Clive and Grumble. Oop. That are our main people. Oh sorry, they're 19. So what I'm planning for is Grumble is definitely our ace. That's what we're going to be using. They have Gust. We might be able to sweep through that, but just in case something happens, because ever since I walked into gym number 1, this playthrough has not gone as nowhere near what I expected it to go as. So kind of weirdly, our secondary is going to be Hamid because they are not weak to it. Well, actually, I guess sorry. That was my plan before we got Duffy. So Duffy will be my second. Stun Spore, Poison Powder, making them weak. Flash, making them more likely to miss. So I'll be switching between Grumble and Duffy. Hamid, I can't evolve them because I can only get them up to level 19. But the one good thing that Magikarp do have is their defense stat. And their speed stat, I suppose, but their defense. So I can swap them out to take a hit, and because they're not weak to fighting moves, I can throw them out to take a hit and heal my other Pokemon. And then I will be taking Clive in too, just in case I need to swap out to someone. It would be risky to take out Clive, but if they're using a normal move, I'll be super resistant. If they're using a fighting move, hopefully I can tank one, but I do have Magnitude if I need to do like a risky play, or if I get stuck in a corner, I might roll high and manage to KO. Yeah, so there's that if things go south. And then also I could get lucky with them like just doing status moves or doing tackle or something like that, and Clive can easily just tank those. So what I'm going to do to set up for that is I'm going to put Whismer again for the second time back into the PC, just in case I do get wiped. That seems to be Whismer's role here. I only have one spare magic up at level 8, so they don't know tackle, and so if I do die, I'm just going to be completely screwed. I will take off the silk scarf because I'm going to give that to Hamid because of his tackle. It might make the difference. Yeah, so that is it. It's been a long stream. And we got quite a few people in. We got some new people. Tom, if you're still there, thank you for commenting and giving me a few. Oh yeah, the tip on bide. That's what you gave me. That was nice. That's good to know. Because I'm trying not to look up too much, so I wouldn't have looked that up otherwise. Yeah, and I think we're doing good for items too. So thank you so much for joining me. This is what my card looks like right now. Low on money, few Pokédex, 1 badge. Yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll be streaming again tomorrow. I'm on the I'm in North America, Pacific Coast time. I'll probably be trying to stream around 9 o'clock p.m. just because it's the last thing I do in the day, so I do stream in the evenings or night, just as I am right now. Probably won't go as late. Today went later than normal, but I appreciate you hanging out. God loves you, and have a wonderful night.